Hi, I'm Alicia and welcome to my channel Papercraft Secrets. Today I'm sharing a mini album that I created with the brand new Mintay Papers Urban Jungle. This mini album is a pocket-sized mini album and it is quite easy to complete. It's not going to take you a very long time to create this. Once you have your fussy cutting done, you can easily put this album together in a few hours. I used this album to display some of our photos from a recent trip away, and the photos I felt went really nicely with these papers because there's so many lovely green leaves and natural materials in this paper, and the photos really popped with the blue. I kept the embellishments very flat because I didn't want the album to become bulky. I'm going to take you step by step through how I created this album so that you can create one at home as well. You'll need the 6x6 paper pad for this album, and I used 2 of each of the papers. I folded them directly in half and scored them with a bone folder so that they had a nice creased edge. I also used tags from this fussy cutting book. I used 2 tags of the same design. One tag went in between 2 of the pages that I glued together. The second tag went on the outside of the page, so one's hidden and one's in view. I repeated this concept with the tags for every page in the book. One tag hidden and one tag in view. There are many lovely tags in the junk book, fussy cutting book, so I repeated the process through the whole album. Until I had a tag on nearly every page. This mini album was actually inspired by Heidi Swap. I watched one of her tutorials and I created this album from her tutorial. Now I'm moving on to the front cover. You need to cut one of the 6x6 papers in half. I used some crinkled ribbon to tie my mini album together. This is mainly because this ribbon can be tied and untied many times. We're just going to glue that ribbon down onto the page. And then we're going to glue the cover over the top to secure it. we're going to turn over and do the back cover. So gluing down the ribbon. And then adding the back cover on top. This worked very well. It was nice and secure. Now the next step is to do the spine of the album. So I chose one of the aqua teal pages for the spine. You don't need a lot of paper for the spine, depending on how much you want it to cover. I folded mine about, maybe half an inch and then made a crease. Then I figured out where the next crease needed to be for the spine. And then I had the back part, which I trimmed down a little bit. And then that just fitted beautifully over the spine of the album. The main thing to remember when gluing on this bit here is not to put glue in the middle section. Just put glue on the back and on the front, but not on the actual spine of the album, because otherwise your paper will rip and won't be able to withstand constant opening of the album. So we leave that bit there glue free and we just glue at the front here. Smooth that down. And that is the base of the album created. It's very easy. I decided to add some stitching to each of the pages in the album. I just went vertically down the edge of each page. This just adds some extra embellishment to the pages. Once that was done, it was time to punch some holes in each of the tags at the top of the album so that we can thread a few different types of pieces through. So I've got some twine, some white twine and some craft colored twine, some more of that crinkled ribbon, and I've even got a white twine with a little bit of gold through it. Once you have all of the twines tied up into the tags, the next step is to embellish your album. The recipe for embellishing the album is very simple. 1 Polaroid cutout and some fancy leaves that have been fussy cut from the 12x12 papers, and then a small photograph. I actually printed my photographs on my Sprocket printer. So there we have the Polaroid cutout, the fussy cut leaves, and the photograph. So it's a very simple recipe for decorating each page in exactly the same way, but each page looks unique. When I was getting my photographs ready for the album, I just used a little bit of blue tack to just stick them on with so that I could rearrange the order of the photos if needed. Here's our recipe again, some fussy cut leaves, the Polaroid frame and the photo. I recommend fussy cutting all of the elements before you start building your album, because once you have them all ready to go, it makes the process a lot quicker and a lot more enjoyable. Once you have decided the order of your photographs, you can then secure them down and embellish each of the pages as needed. The next step is to create some sentiments for the pages. I chose to create my own sentiments using a label maker because the cardboard sticker sheet is quite thick and I didn't really want to add any thickness to my album. I wanted it to stay very flat. So I went through and created my own little labels, printed them out and pasted them onto the page. I also used some of these sticker sheets by Kaisercraft to just add some fancy writing into the album. And that is the completed album. It can be easily untied here. This is the first page. This is the second page. The third with the smile sticker sentiment. The fourth page. Fifth page. Sixth. Seventh. Eighth. And ninth. And the 10th last page of the album, and that's the back cover. And then it can be easily tied back together to hold everything inside. I had a lovely time creating this album. It was fun, quick and easy to create. I'd love to see your take on this tutorial. You could apply this album design to any of the Mintay paper collections. It's a great way to record some memories in a little book, and it's very easy for children's hands to flick through and hold. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial for a little mini album that's quick and easy using Mintay's Urban Jungle collection. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay up to date with the latest videos that are coming out. Thank you for watching and have a lovely crafty day.